Hi guys, Noah with Twins and Friends Cards and Collectibles, and as you can see, this is my first video. Many of you guys know me just from doing shows and Facebook, Instagram, any of that social media, but this will be my first video. So recently we decided that we was going to dabble into content creation, and if you guys have been following us on Instagram, you will have noticed that recently this week we've been talking a lot about our eBay. And many of you guys have had questions wondering how we do what we do and such like that. So I figured that now would be the best time for me to pump out our first video just by kind of a short, quick eBay tutorial, just kind of covering what we do, how we operate it, and all of that good stuff. So right here, I've got my cards, all different sets, makes, everything. I mean, different years. So when we do our eBay, we usually do it in 50 card batches right now, but we're scaling our eBay here in the next week or so. So that'll increase, but just like anything, just kind of make it fit to whatever suffices your needs, whatever you think will work the best for you, whether that's 10 card batches, 50 card batches, even some people that do 100 card batches. So as you can see on the screen, I've got a couple different things pulled up. The very first thing I like to do after getting our cards picked out and everything like that is I will make a folder on my desktop. Right now I'm midday ahead because I didn't want to do a bunch of eBay this weekend, so I've got that. Pulled up our scanning software, so then what I will do, scan settings, make sure you have the right folder selected. And then I will just load the scanner and let it scan. And as you can see on the screen, we're getting high res, very good looking pictures of what we got. So at the very moment, all I'm doing is making sure that all of my cards are pointed in the direction that I want them to be pointed. Usually I like to have it set so people can properly read the back. So even like the cards like this that are sideways, I like to have them pointed sideways so people can actually read what's going on. So next I'll pull up Card Dealer Pro, make a new batch. Since we use the same computer, we initial our batches so that things are put in the proper way. I list everything in excellent condition just to prevent there from being issues. Most of the stuff is usually 8 or better that we upload. If there's anything with crazy damage, obviously it'll be dropped lower and notated. But then now I'm just going to let Card Dealer Pro do its work and upload the cards. Well, take the AI to match it with the cards. So what Card Dealer Pro will do, it utilizes AI to determine what the card is. So for instance, if it's a 2025 Topps Chrome, it's going to read that and fill in the rest of it. So now Card Dealer Pro has kind of set what it believes that the cards are, but what I'll do, and this will come in handy here after a little bit, I'm just going to set my new value at 999. And here shortly you guys will see why. We want to eliminate any of the red. So, but yeah, Card Dealer Pro still has mistakes. Obviously that's a pulsar refractor. It's calling it a ray wave refractor. But usually you can come in here, see if it's there. If it's not, you just go down here, click this sets tab, and scroll down and find it. That's a base. Now sometimes, especially what I've noticed is on the older stuff, is that it is dead on. It will be almost dead on some of the mid-modern stuff. And I think a lot of that is simply because there's not as many parallels and variations and all of that. Also, what I like to do on the serial numbered stuff is sometimes I'll cheat if it doesn't put anything. So like this one's out of 5. So right there, you can just do SN and then whatever the serial number is, like whatever it's out of, and then there it is, yellow checkerboard right there at the top. Another big thing that you have to do is make sure you maintain some sort of inventory system. Card Dealer Pro does a really good job allowing you to have SKUs. So what I like to do is after I get my first 25 or so, however many cards I've got right here today, done, because I keep everything in separate stacks, I've got a small Nelco printer right here. And what I will do is just simply get on my phone on the Nelco app, and I will follow whatever the SKU is. So today we are starting with, it looks like 29.99. So then I'll do 29.99 to, and then the last card that I did would have been Devontae Adams. Let's find it here. 21023, and then I will simply just print that off and stick it to the front of the team bag. And what that does is it helps, especially whenever you start getting a lot more orders, you'll know exactly which SKU bags to grab. So if, for instance, if card 21018 sells, I know that it's right in this bag. Another big thing is when you got stuff like this, your title can only be a certain length. So what I'll do is kind of get rid of some of the other extra information that you may not necessarily need. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll start with this slash, check it. It's not good. So then the next thing I'll do is get rid of the serial number. And then if that's not good, then I'll kind of eliminate some of the other stuff. If somebody types in Don Resolute in search of Jim Boehm and Demetrius Nichols, they're going to find that. So I don't need extra addition. And just like that, we're good to go. Now that I've got all of my stuff done, I've got all of the cards in, double check to make sure everything was right. All I'm going to do is come up to this export tab, export from marketplace, make sure my right export template is selected. In this case, it's PW schedule because I'm scheduling these listings to go live tomorrow. So whenever you get in that tab, you kind of go through, deep dive a bunch of stuff. If you guys would like, I could always make a video that goes on more about some of the templates and stuff like that. But anyways, you'll go down here to export all items, export listings, eBay, start export, export without reviewing, and then it's going to download my file. So another tip, another tool, and another tip, I guess you could say, but another tool that I like to use is this free trading card pricer. So what happens is I can get in here and click. I can set my custom values. So we do everything 99 cents and up in my undercut. And that's how I like to do things. I like to be the cheapest available. That includes shipping and everything like that. So then I'll go right here, click OK, upload my file, which would be right in downloads, 74N. There we go. Let that go. And then it's going to bring up another file, which I can open. A lot of this information you don't need. I can hide a lot of it. So let's do this and do this. So now, as you can see, a lot of my cards are already priced. There's a couple of them in here that make you scratch your head, like, I don't know about that, which is always another thing you can do. But so I'll go through here and double check. So this one, usually if it says check, it's just want you to double check it. It's not 100% confident that that's the correct one. So what I like to do is I'll just come over here and just copy that, go to card ladder, and we'll just type it in here. It's about a $2.50 card. I would say that it was correct by marking it $3.50 because not everybody knows not everything on eBay is listed at comps. Some people are over, some people are under, but I like to be the lowest available because people are going to send me offers anyways. So then here, there was nothing that popped up. I'll just double check it. There's nothing there. Let's see here. Just slowly eliminate information until you find something. It looks like that mosaic out of $5 to $9. It's hoops. There's none available. So what I'm actually going to do is $9.99 it. McNabb out of 10. $19.99. So in this case, I'll actually put it up just a little bit more. And then I'm going to finish up the rest of these and be right back. Okay, so now that everything right here is priced, what I'm going to do is pay attention to these next couple of tabs. So what we like to do is anything $1.99, well, $1.99 or less will be, they gotta cover the 74-cent shipping. Anything more than that, we will eat the shipping on. So we'll just scroll through here, and if we're changing the shipping to free shipping, the code in this program is 1. But with that being said, you got to delete the rest of this stuff out. So that's what we will do right here, is just go through, find anything that is more, and then we will get to this right here. So eBay standard envelope only offers insurance for $19.99 and less. So whenever we get these things that go over $19.99, we'll just come over here and put a 5. Well, $5.50. which is about the going rate of shipping now, as far as ground advantage goes. And then that's kind of just how we do our shipping codes in this program. Obviously, if you want to charge more than $5.50, less than $5.50, offer free shipping. If you want to offer free shipping on anything, just a 1. If you want to do more than that, you leave the 0 and you go in and input your shipping value in that, well, how much you want to charge in that shipping service cost tab. So now we got that all done. As you can see, all of this is filled out the proper way, the way that it needs to be. There's a lot of gaps in here because of free shipping things. So now what I like to do is come over to File, Save As, and then click Done. Type that in as done. Then I will open up my eBay thing, go to Uploads. I'll refresh it just once real quick, and then I'll come down here, choose my file, look for my done file, and upload it, and then just kind of wait for it to pop up right here and let us know what the status is. But that was pretty much a quick, to the point, didn't really dive into too much detail, but just a quick and to the point short video on how we operate our eBay. As you can see, everything is completed. Everything on here is completed. It's ready to go. And that pretty much sums it up. It's really as easy as I put it all to be. It's just, it takes time. It does take time, especially when starting out. You've got to take time. You have to be consistent. And then after you do those things, you just kind of keep scaling and going up and up and up with it. And then eventually you just get in a spot to where you stay busy packing orders every day. But that is it for this time. We're looking to make more videos and content in the future, but take it easy on me. This is the first video I've ever done. But with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.